Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing, drum roll please, a drugstore look for you guys. Doing this look today. I've been getting a lot of reviews from friends, co-workers asking me to do a drugstore look, you know, more affordable look. Elf, Real Techniques, Coastal Scents, BH Cosmetics. And BH Cosmetics and Coastal Scents, it is drugstore, but you can only find it online, which is still okay. You know, they ship pretty fast and it's very affordable, and they always have sales. So you're never gonna break the bank with them. If you wanna see how I got this look, then keep on watching. What I'm gonna be starting with as a primer is this NYX Photo Loving Primer from Studio Perfect. I'm just going to take this on my fingers. I've already moisturized my face with CeraVe, which is just a drugstore sensitive skin moisturizing lotion. So I'm going to take this. Excuse the noise, my dad's working in my pantry, but I want to get this video up for you guys, so just bear with me with the noise. Okay, now I just came upon this little guy. It's actually a brow pomade by Salon Perfect. It actually comes like in a little jar, and it's in the shade dark brown. And I feel like this is pretty close to the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade that I usually use and I swear by. This is actually a pretty good dupe. So for the drugstore, can't beat it. And I'm gonna be using it on an e.l.f. small angled brush. I'm just gonna fill in my brow. You just have to be careful with this stuff, even with the Anastasia one, because this stuff is potent. And I'm actually gonna be priming my eyes using this NYX eyeshadow base in the shade ESB03. It's just the cream color. I'm gonna put that under the eye too. I love these little Wet n Wild color icon palettes. They're really affordable. I think they're like, I don't know, $3 or $4. And some of them are bigger. This one has actually just 3. And I like it because if you're a beginner, it'll tell you like what colors go where. So this is the brow bone color, crease color, and eyelid color. So I like that that has that engraved in there. So if you're newer at doing makeup, this is actually a great guide. And I think I'm going to incorporate these e.l.f. baked shadows, which are great. They're so pigmented. And this one is in Toasted. And I actually like to use these wet because they give great color payoff wet. This one is in Enchanted, and this one's like a rose gold kind of color. These are actually $1. You can find these at eyeshadow brush. It's a great brush just to pack on eyeshadow. Okay, and I'm actually gonna start with my brow bone, and I'm actually going in with that brow bone color on this color icon. It's actually called Walking on Eggshells. Okay, I'm gonna tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna apply that onto the brow bone. This is a very shimmery brow bone color, but if you go with a light hand, it's not going to be overpowering. Coastal Scents is, to me, it's considered drugstore, but it is online only. I'll link the website down below. And this is their BRC 209 brush, and it's just like a crease brush. These are great too if you're a makeup artist and you just want to put some in your kit. They're very good brushes. Now I'm going to be using the taupe color from NYX, and make sure to tap off the excess. And I'm going to use this as my transition color into the crease, just blending it out so that it is very seamless. And it's actually going to be like a transition color for my other crease colors. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. And now I'm actually going to go in with the crease color in the Walking on Eggshells Wet n Wild palette. And I'm going to take the same brush, and this time I'm going to go a little bit lower, still in my crease, but a little bit lower than that transition color. Because the transition color I took like about up to here, but I want to stay in this area. So you see that? It starts to deepen and create dimension in the crease. I like to do motions like this back and forth and just do it in circles too, to make sure that's blended into that transition color, the taupe. And just take your time. I want to go in with Enchanted from the e.l.f. Baked eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use that actually wet on my lid. It's almost like it's a black bottle and it's e.l.f. and I would use it to wet my brush, but I don't have it, so I'm just gonna use my Smashbox one. But just pretend this is the e.l.f. one, okay? So they do have an e.l.f. one. So I'm gonna take that, just dampen the bristles a little bit, and I'm gonna go into that Enchanted color, and I'm gonna pack that on the lid. So you see how intense that is? But it's so beautiful with this, okay? I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Take that same brush, the Coastal Suns brush, and just blend in the crease, making sure that lid color is blending into the crease brush color. I'm gonna take that Toasted color very lightly because it is a shimmer. So you want to be really, really careful. And I'm actually gonna take that same brush. If you want, you go wipe it off on a tissue, okay? And I'm gonna take a little bit of Toasted, and I'm just gonna put it in the outer V, okay? Just to deepen it a little bit more. Just make sure you're blending that. Try not to go too high. Stay in that V. You don't want to bring it up. I'm going to be taking the same brow bone color that we used earlier, and I'm going to take that on an eyeshadow brush and just place that in the inner corner to bring some light into that corner, okay? See what that does? And then for the bottom, I'm just going to do the eyes all at one shot and then go move on to the face. I'm going to take that crease color from the Walking on Eggshells, and I'm gonna place that on the bottom lash line. Make sure you connect it, and then take Toasted again, and taking it on that same eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna be just adding that a little bit also to the lower lash line to give it a little bit more color. And this can be worn every day. Not every day, but you go to work, you can wear it special occasion, a dinner, out for drinks with your girlfriends or with your boo, however you want. For liner, I'm gonna be taking, this is an oldie but goodie, I'm sure everybody knows about this brand, NYC liquid liner in black. Really comfortable with doing liner. You could skip the liner part, it's completely up to you, but me, I gotta put liner. And excuse me, I'm gonna get really, really close. And you could do a wing liner, you could do a straight liner. It's really your preference on what the look you're trying to go for. This look, you could actually even wear lashes or no lashes. It's completely up to you. And I'm actually gonna stay really, really thin. So I'm gonna stay very, very close to the lash line. And I think that's pretty good. But I typically like to start from the end and just bring it up. Okay, and then do a little triangle and fill it in. So once that's on, now it's time for mascara. And this mascara that I just started using, I am enjoying a lot. And it is from Milani, and it's called Distinct Lash. And it's a lengthening and separating mascara. And I actually really like it because it has like a comb kind of applicator. And it honestly does separate my lashes. So I'm just going to apply a generous coat on my top and bottom lashes. Okay, now for face, I am going to be using the new Milani Correct Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, and I'm in 4 medium beige. Says in the back it's medium to full coverage, lightweight, oil-free formula, long-wearing, water-resistant, and sweat-proof. I've used this a few times, and I sort of like it. I feel like it kind of oxidizes after a while, so it does get a little bit darker, so I wish I would have gotten a lighter shade, but this will just have to do. And I like that it is a pump, so for sanitary reasons it works great. So I'm actually just going to pump some in the back of my hand. I'm just going to take a Real Techniques pointed foundation brush. You can find these at Ulta. They're very affordable. I think they're still kind of considered drugstore. And I'm just going to apply that pretty much all over the face. And just take another little pump. Okay, and then I'm taking, I have 2 sponges. This one I bought at Marshall's for $4. It's just, I dampened it under running water. And this one, my beat up Real Techniques sponge, which I love this one. It's pretty comparable to the Beauty Blender. I kind of like this one better because of the shape of this one for pouncing it. But I'm going to give this one a shot since I haven't used this one. This one's from Marshall's. But I mean, this one honestly is better. But I'm going to give this one a shot. And let's see how it works. So I'm just going to start pouncing this on the face. Now, if you didn't want to use a beauty sponge, you can certainly use a brush. For my own preference, I like a more brightened eye area look, so I'm actually going to use concealer. It is from Maybelline, and it's the Maybelline New York Fit Me concealer in the shade Light. And I'm just going to be putting that under the eye area, middle of my forehead, anywhere I want to bring light to my face. And for this, I am going to use the Real Technique one. I just like this one. I'm not sure how that one will work. Even though the other one was okay for just blending in the foundation, but for the concealer, I need something I'm a little bit more comfortable with. Once that's blended enough to your desire, and the only thing with like drugstore foundations is that you know you can't get matched. The good thing is though that you can return it if you feel like it's not a good match. And sometimes I like to go, sometimes I like to buy 2 different ones and mix them if I feel like it's gonna be a better match. Now to set my concealer, I'm gonna use the oldie but goodie. You know your grandma used to have this on her dresser. Airspun loose face powder in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. I love this stuff. I hate the smell. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if people love the smell of this. I hate it. It smells like my grandma. I'm not saying my grandma stinks, but it's just like awful perfumey. And honestly, I have eczema, so I don't really like to use this too much. But it is a great alternative for drugstore. And I'm just gonna kind of, because it is messy, I just take a little bit on the cap. Here I go, making a mess. Oops. And I just take like a little puff. I don't know if this is the one that it came with. And I take some on the puff, and I just kind of press it under where I concealed. Oof, the smell. If you guys hate smelly stuff, this might not be the one for you. I am going to be using this new NYX Cream Highlight and Contour Palette in the shade Medium. And I think this is pretty cool. I actually bought this for my kit. I'm actually going to be taking, I keep dropping everything, this is awful, the same contour concealer brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I'm going to contour the face. Now, this is a little bit extra, but I just want to give you guys alternative for girls who love to contour, but they don't want to spend the money on the more expensive contours. I keep saying today. So I'm just going to take it and just kind of make a little line where my ear is, where I want to accentuate my cheekbone. And I'm going to take it around the perimeter of my forehead. My forehead's not big, but I like to make it look warm. And I like to do this a little bit around the chin. DH Cosmetics, which is another affordable drugstore brand, online though. And I'm taking like this slanted brush. And I'm just going to moisten it with my e.l.f. spray. And I'm just going to take it slowly and just kind of work it in there in circular motions, just moving it up a little bit. You don't want to take it down. You want to either leave it there and just bring it up so that it's blended. Actually, I'm going to sweep off, you know, the bake, sweetie. I am baked, okay? Let's just brush off that before we start to contour. Okay? So it does brighten the face, but I feel like I can still smell it. And I'm just kind of blending it up. It's actually not a bad color. And I'm gonna do the top of my forehead. Circular motions. Making sure it's blended. It's actually warming up the face pretty nice. Around the cheek. I'm not gonna take too much around the jaw area. Just whatever's left over on my brush. Okay, and then just take and do the same thing here. I'm still doing. I'm actually gonna set it with this NYX highlight and contour palette. This is honestly such a good buy. I have this for my kit and it is absolutely great because you get all these different highlighting. These two in the middle are matte and these two on the ends are shimmery. And then you have all of these warm and cool browns in the bottom, which is great for contouring. And I'm going to be taking that on a complexion brush. Now this is a big brush, but if you're, you know, you have a lighter hand, you can handle it. And I'm just going to be taking this lighter shade right here. And I'm mixing it with this middle one. Unfortunately, they don't have names. I'm just going to take a little bit of both. Tap off the excess, and I'm just going to start at the earlobe and just lightly dust that on. Okay, so set that. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing around my temples, around my forehead. I didn't set my face, the foundation, so I'm actually using my BH Studio Pro Matte Finishing Press Powder in the shade 230. I swear by this stuff. I feel like it can be a dupe to a lot of higher end finishing powder foundations. And I'm going to be taking that on the same brush I have here. It's actually a Real Techniques dupe one. I found it on eBay. And I'm just going to take that on one side because I'm actually going to be using this for blush. And I'm just going to set under the contour, the nose and lip area, around the forehead. Love with it. It is the Milani Big Blush in the shade Luminoso. Girl, this is beautiful. It looks like that. It actually comes with like a little mirror at the back, so it's really cute to take on your purse, in your purse. And I'm taking that same brush, taking that and just putting it in the apples of my cheek. Taking the highlight shade in the NYX Cream Highlight and Contour Palette. I'm just going to take it on my finger. I'm going to take a good amount. That on the higher points of my cheek. Oh, that's pretty. A little bit on my nose. I'm actually going to blend it out after with a brush. On the cupid's bow. I'm taking this e.l.f. stipple brush and just kind of blending that into the skin. I forgot I had bronzer too. This NYX matte bronzer is also really, really pretty to bronze up the face instead of contouring. I'm actually going to bronze the face up a little bit with that e.l.f. complexion brush. Just a little bit. it's actually matte, so there's no shimmer to it, so you can actually contour with this too. I know this seems like it's a lot of makeup, but it's really, I'm just trying to show you a variety of things that you can use. I'm going to be taking this new Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette. It looks like this. It's pretty big, and it's in the shade Catwalk Pink. And this caught my eye because it had so many different colors. This Real Techniques setting brush. And I think I'm going to go for the two shades on the outside, which is the light pink and the darker pink. And I'm just going to take a little bit of both. Oh, it's very powdery, but let's see how it works out. And I'm just going to set that just to add a little bit more bam to it. Okay, I feel like it's not really coming up so much. Can you tell? Lipstick. You can go a few different ways with this look. I'm gonna go with a brighter lip, and I'm gonna be using the NYX lip liner in Bloom, which is in the number 836. And I'm just gonna line up my lips just so that you're not making a boo-boo. No, go! Like so. And then I'm going to be using this matte lipstick in the shade Shocking Pink from NYX. It's a really beautiful, like, fuchsia pink color. And I love this combo with this eye because I feel like the eye is very light and subtle, and this just makes it pop. This is beautiful for the spring. And now to set it off, I came upon this little guy. It's from Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. And I haven't really heard any things about this one, but let's give it a shot. Let's see. It doesn't really give any information on it, but I'm just going to set my face using this. Close your eyes. I like how it sprays. Doesn't really have a smell. So this is the finished look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I think it's very, very pretty. Honestly, a lot of the stuff I used, I'm very impressed. NYX never, like, strays me wrong. It's always such a great affordable products. And the Salon Perfect Eyebrow pomade, I love that thing. I mean, I would buy it in all the shades just to even have in my kit. But yeah, I really loved everything. The highlighter was okay. It's very subtle, so I think it'll do. I'm not too sure about the Wet n Wild setting spray, but I could probably do another review and come back and let you guys know how it worked out. But honestly, I feel like this is great for anyone who likes doing makeup, who wants to start doing makeup. Like I said, you don't have to do such a bold lip. You could do a very nude lip. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please thumbs it up. Please let me know any other suggestions down below, what other videos you'd like to see. I did it really different today. No lashes. It's like I have nothing on. Any questions you may have, just let me know. Please follow me on social media. I have it all down below. And please thumbs up this video if you liked. Let your friends know. Lady down the street you're gonna see while you're walking your dog know. Just let them know that I'm new to you too, and I would love them as my subscribers. So please share, like, thumbs this video, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next one. Bye. Stay fabulous.